Hello everybody, Toastbomb here, giving you an in-depth look at the 3 Halo 4 Forge maps, and holy crap, is that way easier to say than Halo 4 Forge maps. In the previous video I thought there was going to be 4 Forge maps, and I don't know how many times I stumbled over that, but it took a lot of takes. Anyways, there's only 3, which kind of sucks. I wish there was 4, but it is much easier to say when there's only 3, and 3's still pretty awesome. Anyways, the map you're looking at right now is called Erosion, and it has this nice little tucked away underground room that can be great for Griffball. Already pre-set up for that, but of course you can forge it into any map you like for small scale, high action maps. And then if you want to get out into the main area, there is this little hidden, tucked away, tiny little doggy door thing that's in the corner of the room that will get you into the main area of the map. And the main area is pretty damn awesome. It's this sweet cave spot that has these open holes in the ceiling with these shafts of light coming down, this really beautiful green water, and the stalagmites and stalactites hanging from the ceiling. Looks really cool. But the thing I'm most excited about it is that it actually seems to have the most variety in the Forge palette. What I mean by that is every map will actually have a slightly different aesthetic in the Forge pieces than the other one. So the other two, they look pretty much the same. They're very, very similar. I'm sure there are differences, but right now looking at it, I can't really see too much. These pieces have much, much more variety to them, and they're reminding me a lot of the art style that was used in Halo 3's Crow's Nest mission, where everything's cement, sort of older technology, a lot of industrial areas like pipes and vents, and everything's just kind of covered in a layer of dirt, and you can tell it's really old and not clean and shiny like the other maps. The only thing I'm concerned about is if you have all these forge pieces put into one map and everything's just covered in dirt and it's brown and gucky looking, that it will kind of lose its visual flair and everything will just kind of drone together and look as one and all gloomy and stuff. So I'm hoping there's enough kind of variety in the dirty textures of the new forge pieces and maybe a slight variance in color that, you know, it'll allow for some better looking maps, because if everything's just covered in a layer of dirt, that doesn't look so great. And then moving on to our next Forge map called Impact. Now, this is the one that they focused on mainly in the previous video, but we did learn a few new things. First of all, if you don't know, this one, outer space, clearly. A lot of the Forge pieces are kind of more space oriented. They're very clean looking and have their own consistent aesthetic look that, you know, looks like they're made out of space station parts and not these industrial, dirty-looking things like the previous map. Also, the skybox in this area just looks absolutely amazing. There's all these nebulas, there's an asteroid belt circling. They mention that it actually will help people orient themselves on maps, since it is a bit hard. You know, maps are designed to have color variants, so when you spawn, you can see exactly where you are. But it's a bit hard to do that in Forge, because you're limited to different colors and only certain pieces that are going to be reused over and over again in the map. So having a skybox that has a lot of variety will help players do that. Also, it just looks amazing. Now, you may notice that building in the center of that asteroid. You can actually go in that, and there's this really interesting thing that they didn't show in the last video, that there's this like other layer, bottom layer thing that has this giant rock that they're mining, and then under that, at the bottom, at the floor, there's like this railing thing that goes around in a circle, and I don't know why, but it really made me think of GoldenEye Source for some reason, or GoldenEye 64 rather. GoldenEye Source is the new version. I don't know if any of you guys got that feeling, if I'm just weird. I think it's something about the lighting coming from under the guardrail or whatever. I'm not really sure. Anyways, I don't know if you guys saw that, but just something weird I saw. Also, you can go onto that other asteroid. This is something I was wondering about in the previous video. I saw those little asteroids look like you could maybe hop there, and I didn't think they would just have those and it looked like you could hop on them and then just like, haha, invisible wall, you fall off the map. Like, that would be kind of mean. I didn't think they would do that. So I assume you probably could go over there, but just confirmation, you can go over into that other asteroid. So there is quite a bit of building area. Also, you can go over into that empty space area and build over there as well. Alright, moving on to the final Halo 4 Forge map. It's called Ravine, and it looks a lot more familiar to us because it's very similar to the Halo 4 Forge World map, where there's lot of these green, grassy, rolling hills, a lot of rocky mountain cliffside faces, and a lot of Forerunner technology built into the environment. Now in this map there is a ton of building area. You can go out into that ocean and build to your heart's content, but I was a little bit disappointed because in the video they talk about how they have these rolling hills and it can be used for, vehicle action, but it's so tiny. It's such a small little area and it's this thin strip of land. Like, it's not very big at all, which kind of sucks because if you're going to have vehicles, I mean, you can add these platforms onto the side to kind of extend it out, but it's just not the same as having a full grassy map for vehicles. So I was a little bit disappointed in that and felt it was kind of weird that they specifically pointed it out when it's like really not that awesome. And just as the map looks very familiar, the forge pieces look very familiar as well. Definitely UNSC inspired stuff going on here, although it does look kind of similar to the Space Impact palette, which kind of sucks, but it is different, so there is a lot of variety. I'm kind of curious if you can go behind this area that we're looking at right now. I know you can go in the ocean, but I don't know where this island thing is placed relative to what the whole map is. If it's in the center or if it's kind of pushed into one corner or just one side. I'm not really sure because they didn't really go as far as you can out into the ocean in the video to really show us the scale of the map, which kind of sucks. But as we did see in the Rooster Teeth event, you can go pretty damn far off to the side and build some really ridiculously massive stuff. Also, what I'm really excited for in this map is the racetracks that people make, because with the new gravity volumes that affect vehicles as well, not only players, but also vehicles, there could be some really interesting things that people come up with. So I can't wait to see the crazy awesome things that people do with this new set of tools that we are given in Halo 4. Anyways, unfortunately, that'll have to do it for this video. If you like the video, you can leave a like or a comment, or you could subscribe because I post new Halo videos every day. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye.